Hi there, it's me Muzammil Haq with English. Today I'm gonna talk about secret number one. It's very simple, very easy, but very powerful. So, what is secret number one? Secret number one is this: always learn phrases, not individual words. Always learn phrases, not individual words. So, what does it mean? What is phrase? A phrase is a group of words. You can have a full sentence, but it's just even a part of sentence. For example, let's say you have a word hate. Hate, hate, and you don't know the meaning. You write down the word, then you find a dictionary for meaning and memorize the word hate. It's the traditional way, conventional way, textbook way. Most of the teacher teach their students this way. In school, probably you remember a lot of individual single words. You have a big vocabulary list and you try to memorize all of the single individual words. Much better if you learn phrases, a group of words. Where you find these phrases? You find these phrases in the Real English podcast that you're listening, in the Real English storybooks that you're reading, in the Real English movie that you're watching, in the Real English conversation. So don't memorize the list in a book. No, big no. When you listen to English, you find new word, write it down. When you reading a storybooks, find new word, write it down. But do not write down that single word. You write down the whole phrase or sentence. Instead of saying hate, you would say John hates ice cream. You write down the phrase. Why do we do this? What's the power of phrase? Well, phrases give you a lot of information, much more information. Number one, phrases are easier to remember because it has a meaning, a kind of picture, a story, especially when you get them from something that you reading or listening to. You remember it, John hates ice cream. You remember the whole story. You remember who John is there. You remember he hates ice cream, and then you remember he hated it, he didn't like it. All of extra pieces of information will help you to remember the meaning of the word, to remember the meaning of the phrase. Number two, there is a bonus. When you learn phrases, you learn grammar also. You are not only learning phrases, only learning individual words, you are learning grammar also. You are learning how to use that word correctly. You don't need to think about the grammar. You don't need to know the rules. It's automatic. This is the another way that native speaker learn English grammar. Because when they are children, they learn with phrases, group of words, not just one word by one word by one word. Word by word is slow and doesn't help. So you don't need to learn grammar. You learn the whole phrase. You write down the whole phrase. You are getting extra information. Maybe you don't know it, but you are. For example, John hates ice cream. You just add S with the word hate. Maybe you learned it from grammar. Oh, John is third person singular number, so you have to add S with the word hate. You don't need to think about grammar. You just write down the phrase or sentence and study it, review it. Always learn phrases, not individual words. And in future, whenever you say, he hates ice cream, she hates ice cream, Rohim hates ice cream, you will add S with the word hate. Because that how you learned it. You learned it correctly in a sentence, in a phrase. On the other hand, you learned it from textbook or from grammar. Hate means does not like. You only learn that form. Hate, and study and memorize it. That's why you start making mistakes. Because you only learn this one way. You didn't learn it with other words. And sometimes you say, he hate ice cream. You forget the S. Because you never learned it correctly in a sentence, in a phrase. So, rule number 1 is very important for improving your spoken English. You have a homework. Just get a little notebook. When you read a storybook or read something, you find new word, write it down. When you listen something, find new word, write it down. But do not write down that single word. You write down the whole phrase or sentence. Maybe 2 or 3 months later, you will create a notebook full of phrases, full of sentences. And when you get time, you study it, revise it again and again, as far as you can. So, dear viewers, I'll be back in my next video with a very important secret. Till then, you take care. Bye for now.